Hello everybody, Average Gamer, and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever, where we try to make the millions. So, or actually mostly get out of debt and make millions. So, in between the last episode and this one, I went ahead and kind of built up a little bit of stuff here and there. Nothing too crazy, nothing too fantastical. I'm just waiting until we get to 90,000 so I can build the next section. Basically what I did was I went ahead and built some more vehicles, threw them on the, I believe it was line 5, because one of the issues we were having was there wasn't enough production, because there wasn't enough, basically enough shipping going on. We weren't shipping out enough stuff. So as you can see here with line 5, I'm pointing at the screen, but on line 5 here, we're actually now losing $70,000 there. That's only because we just haven't... No, there we go. Now he's making money. I had to add in some more vehicles there. So if you notice... Sorry, line... Uh-oh. Oh, sorry, no, I added on line 8, sorry. My bad. Line 8 is where I added these vehicles. That's why one of them's still in the red. A couple of them only made a couple $100. Basically, what was saying is it wasn't shipping out enough that it should have been. So, over time, things will get a lot better. Once we hit 90,000, I can then extend our rail line, our rail network, right there. Okay, so our rail line for this side is now getting completed. So next, the next plan is going to be to actually get some money aside and actually get it ready to go for the eastern transport. Right now, I believe it's sitting at 32 for the moment. How much can I can carry 42, and it's already making us $200,000. So not too worried about that at this point. 3 trailers looks like it's good enough. So 3 trailers would be about $1.2 million. Yeah, that's a lot of money. We don't have that right now, so we're gonna have to wait. Looks like we are running into a bit of a build-up over here now, which is good. So here we're 107,000 in the hole. We're paying $55,000 for our debt. I did pay off some of it, so that's why we're kind of running in the red a little bit for the moment. That's no big deal. That'll go away very, very soon. Pretty much, this guy delivers that food, we're making money. How much is a delivery, by the way? 71,000. That's actually not bad. People are coming to this town quite a bit now, so you're actually making us... You're not even half full yet, so you're fine. Line 8, we still have 1 vehicle not making us money. So one thing we have to remember is at the beginning of every year we will start in a bit of a deficit, and after a couple deliveries we'll climb out of it. One of the things here is you have to manually pay back your debt, or you just keep building it up basically, which kind of sucks. Are you still producing? You're still producing. It's kind of going. It's kind of fluctuating depending on how much we deliver. These trucks are basically getting 1 filled every few moments. So we might actually get rid of one of these trucks. How much is a locomotive? 172,000. I mean, technically we could probably take it alone and get a train plus some of the other stuff, but the problem here is that we also need to get the trucks and stuff going over here as well. So we're probably gonna have to wait a little bit. We're still 51,000 in the hole technically this year. So I mean, we're probably gonna have to wait. If you remember correctly, it took us over almost $2.5 million to get this up and running. So the trains are the most expensive part of all of this. Technically, we could have got vehicles and drove this stuff to each town, but to be honest with you, I don't think so. Right side, it looks like we now have 43 built up. Yeah, it takes 42. So this thing only lost us money in its first year of operation. Ever since then, it's been running a profit. It's actually really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tell this one to go and sell itself. Okay, so we're dropping our transport by 1 vehicle for the food for now. Because they're basically just getting enough to fill that one truck, and then that truck should just be going now. Oh, no, it's the next one. It's definitely one of those things where I think I have an extra vehicle in here somewhere. The question is, do we pay down some of our loan or do we keep saving up? I think saving up is going to be the better idea. Or get that other line going. Once you get the other line going, it's going to be making us money hand over fist. So we're taking some more loans. So we're going to pause here real quick and tell it, hey, you're going to get a new line. You're actually going from here to here. Which is also then going to change what's going on over here, because now I need to build these trucks. Tell them, hey, you need food. We're going to do 3. So line, new line. We go there. I only want you to leave if you're full. You're going to go there, and you're going to unload. Which made me just realize I kind of goofed up on these. So 6 and 7. Unload. Unload only. 8. Unload only. 3. Is west. You're going to fill and unload, and line 4, fill, and unload only. Our rail line that is sending passengers is, yeah, it's not even close to, if it was like at 70-ish, I'd tell it to start filling whenever it goes to a location, but no. And that's that. I just realized I'm probably going to have to change this. It's going to fill for the moment, if available. Because it's probably going to have to go back and forth a couple times first. Production here should now increase. What I want to see is line 9. Start getting stuff. Once line 9 starts getting food, then those other 2 lines are going to start making us money. Some of these vehicles that are now coming out should then deploy or deposit food for the other one now as well. Still just go. Oh, I think it's got to actually go all the way and then come back at least once or twice. First, well, the moment we hit 500,000, I'm going to repay one of some of our debt. The production has sped up here, which is good. This is what I want to see. There we go. So food is now being deployed to line 9. We have almost 1 second per tick now, which means we're probably going to have to deploy, I'm going to say 2 more trucks to line 8. Make sure we're making money. Line 10 and line 9 are still going to lose us a lot of money for the next little bit. We're also going to change up, I believe it's line 9 now. I want you to fill first before you leave town. So it's at 25, 31. Wow, it's actually filling quite fast. 33. 36. So almost half of every truck at this point is actually making it money. Or is giving it stuff. We're at 40, and the next truck should deposit enough that maybe there'll be 1 left over. 2 left over. And it's leaving. And we're actually going to follow it. And see how much money this thing makes us when it gets there. If we do this real time, this is actually how slow this thing is. Later on, as time progresses, obviously we're going to get more, better trains and stuff like that. So you can pretty much close that window now, and this one. Now that I've got this one open, at least I can see what their logistics, what they're using, and what they're doing. I like how it's gonna go. Doesn't really slow it down, which is good. So there's 32 there. Let's see if this is if one train load is enough to make this batch money, then that tells me right there that we are in good spots. I think it's funny that that guy just made us $179, but this food, on the other hand, is going to make us $1,530. It just went from here to here. So one train, one load, one full load there is almost enough to take out the basically the deficit. And you can see here there's none left, so it's coming back already. Wait. It's getting food. There's food naturally being created here by something. I have no idea where this is coming from. If it 45% of what stone needs, and we've hit 83% of what they need. Pretty much when these guys deliver here, they're good. This should make us Alright, so they're also consuming. That's good. That is very good. Because if they're not consuming it, then that would put us in a really big bind. I wonder why that was producing. I wonder why that was producing food before. I'm wondering if I was deploying food here, it was going to this commercial building, and then it was coming back here. So it was basically supplying itself with food. There's no way to know because this train's already going to show back up and deposit. And there we go. So everything is now making us money all over again. Oh, we're at 7,000. Let's pay down some of our debt. There we go. Yeah, so debt, big deal in this game. You got to pay off your debt. If you don't, it basically just sucks your account dry, slowly but surely. Every year, you're just giving away money, basically. Yeah, I mean, one of the things you can do is once you have a system in place, kind of like this, you can leave the game running for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, and basically just make money and then go do whatever decision you're going to do. And I just realized I have a thing of oil here, and I think where I can turn it into fuel here. Later on, when we have the ability for better vehicles, I might try something. A lot of industry over here as well. Coal that can go there. Coal that can go there. Oil and now wheat can go here to make ourselves plastic. I can build us a iron ore plant somewhere and bring in the iron ore. That wouldn't be too bad. The towns are definitely growing. So remember last time they were at 200 and something? Now they're almost, wow, they're actually growing quite a bit. Where is Christchurch? Is it just down the river? No, there's still Maltby in between. What I might do is set up a secondary line. Usually what I'll do is I'll set up a line for 2 towns, and then I'll go to another area of the map and do 2 towns, and then go to a third area of the map and do 2 towns, and just slowly keep doing them, and then slowly integrate them all into one another. Or I'll do 3 towns, which is what I might be doing here. If I do 3 towns, I'm gonna have to increase our rail line here to 3 lines. In which case, I'm gonna have to redesign this altogether because this is basically our bottleneck for producing food, basically for everybody. So that's something we're always gonna have to think about. Right now, we can only produce enough food for 2 towns and supply them happily with food. So we'll have to think long term. Maybe do Maltby to Ramsgate, maybe. It seems rather flat towards the other town. Maltby to Christchurch, though, is a lot closer. And there's already a food production facility here. So all we would have to do is build a farm and transport, and then transport again. So there's some logging stuff over here as well, which is really good. Oil. Oil. Might do Maltby to Christchurch next. And then later on, create the town of Dis as our hub. Basically increase the size of this thing here. And basically just make it so that everyone goes to the town of Dis first. Or set it up so that this stuff is separate from the stuff on the other side of the river. That way we'll have an airplane that flies everyone over. Usually what I'll do is I'll start with areas like this. Like I'd start with these 3 and connect these 3 first. And then connect these 3. And then have an airplane going from one of these towns over. So I might do that where I'll connect Kenilworth to Fairford. Then Fairford to Stone. And then have another train line maybe doubling back, going back to Kenilworth. Or, because there's no town over here. If there's a town here, it would have been simple to do a loop and then do a loop. But I'll have to think about this. I think I'm going to hook up these 2 next. Because we already have this here. There's 2 farms. Some plastics. I might even do these 3. Like have the train coming down over around and then up. And then have Fairford going just to stone. Then do these 3 towns and have them going to stone. These 3 going to Burton. And these 3 will be kind of hooked up maybe. Lots of plans in the future. Lots of plans for the future. We've got to figure these things out and pay off another bit of our debt. And I will see you guys in the next episode.